Welcome again to this channel, Life and Living with Samson Olatunji, transmitting from my country home. Today we're considering another topic, which is integrity. Integrity. Integrity has to do with a good life. In fact, it has a lot to do with it. The Advanced Learner's Dictionary defines integrity as the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles. The state of being whole and not divided. Take note of being honest and strong moral principles, as well as being whole and not divided, because they are pertinent to our discussion of today. Alan Cohen says you are in integrity when the life you are living on the outside matches who you are on the inside. This means your reputation and your character must be able to recognize each other among the multitudes in the market of morality. Let's consider the etymology of that word integrity. The word integrity originated from the Latin adjective integer, meaning whole or complete. In this context, integrity is the inner sense of wholeness deriving from qualities such as honesty and consistency of character. The whole must include being gracious, respectful, honest, trustworthy, diligent, responsible, helpful, patient, and possessing any other desirable character traits in the most appropriate measures. Yes. Talking about measures or degrees, I remember having met some men who are unfaithful to their marital vows, sleeping with other women, most times lower to their wives by all standards. Some of them will not tolerate any words or acts of insult to their wives from their side chicks. That is their own way of showing respect to their wives. There are some women like this also. Let's try to answer some questions as honestly as we can. Is this the right measure of respect one's spouse deserves? Is sharing what exclusively belongs to one spouse with any other person outside not the heights of insult to that spouse? Would you be satisfied with this measure and manifestation of respect from your spouse? Lastly, do you respect your spouse similarly? There must not be any disparity between who you actually are and who the public know you to be. This reminds me of one of my very happy life events. When I was transiting from Form 4 to Form 5 in Lagelu Grammar School, Ibadan, Nigeria, I received a few prizes for academic performance. In addition, and perhaps more important to me, I was awarded the Best Behaved Student of the Year prize. Can I hear you giving me kudos? The gift prize was a book titled The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. One of the stories in that adventure book seemed to be asking me if the reputation that earned me the prestigious award was consistent with my character in all places. I'm still tempted to believe that the person that chose the book had read the story of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde in the adventures and had thought it appropriate to challenge the awardee, that is me, with the most pungent moral question underlining the story. It's the story of two opposite personalities. The first was Dr. Jekyll, famous for his exceptional acts of kindness, using his expertise, time, and substances sacrificially to help humanity. The other personality was a mysterious Mr. Hyde who went about gruesomely killing innocent people, not sparing children. He so relished the devilish acts that he never failed to place his name as signature on any of his victims' corpse. The citizens got the shock of their lives when it was unmistakably revealed by Sherlock Holmes that the most revered Dr. Jekyll was the same Mr. Hyde who had killed several innocent children so horrifically that many would not bear to look at any of the victims' corpses twice. A pertinent question here is, are you another Hyde and Jekyll personality? Remember that the word integrity means whole and undivided. To assess a person's integrity, you take into consideration the totality of the individual's life. This reminds me of one of the frontline nationalists in my country. Up to today, many of us still revere him for his contributions to the development of our country. But some 30 years ago, I read a newspaper article about his family life, and it's a terrible minus to his score in my book. So, as good as he was, his family life was not reflective of the personality everybody knew him and still think he was. It reminds me of another one, also in my country, a foremost human rights activist. At a point in time, he got so disgusted by the system of politics that our people were playing, and he established a political movement that snowballed into a political party. But even before elections, cracks began to manifest in his party. And the allegation was that he was too autocratic. He had not learned the necessary virtues, he had not acquired the necessary virtues for a democratic system. So that was a minus. So if you consider his life as a whole, you will see that his integrity was not as high as we thought. That does not take away from his reputation as a fighter for the oppressed. The word integrity is being mouthed in all nooks and crannies of the planet Earth. It is pathetic, however, that the police in a country may brandish the slogan to serve and protect with integrity, while a sweeping majority of its men and officers, file and rank, is addicted to cheating, brutalizing innocent citizens, and extorting money from the poor with impunity. In that context, it seems integrity and impunity are synonymous. What do you expect in a colony where politicians dangle the promise of integrity before the electorate to steal undeserved votes by Kearney just to take corruption to the next higher level? What definition are we to expect the children from such a colony to give integrity when both the governors and the governed mouth integrity but do the opposite concurrently? Unfortunately, the clergy seems to be more largely bereft of integrity than the laity. What a hope dashing blow to integrity. I'm glad to let you know that the condition of the world is not perfectly hopeless. In every generation, dispensation, and race, there has always been a remnant, no matter how seemingly infinitesimal, that epitomizes integrity. People like Abraham Lincoln, Mother Teresa, and Billy Graham have gone. But our generation is not a negative exception. There are still some people of integrity alive today. How do you recognize them? People of integrity always do the right things even when no one is looking, or when they are not aware anybody is watching them. Integrity is a virtue that must be cultivated with diligence and great commitment, strength that must be developed. They do not feel too big to admit that they are wrong. They don't bully or browbeat people into silence to cover up their mistakes. They don't magnify other people's mistakes in order to distract people from their own errors. They are usually less harsh on offenders than people of lower integrity. They are much less suspicious of other people than most people with lower integrity. They prefer to lead more by their practical examples than precepts. They manifest other components of integrity. Remember, integrity is completeness of character. This means they are kind, caring, respectful, and so on. Note, however, that integrity is not the same thing as perfection. A person of integrity can still make mistakes and still needs to improve on their character. Also note that integrity is a virtue that one can lose if not guarded carefully. So do not lose your integrity. Let's put ourselves personally on a scale, the totality of our lives. If there is a CCTV from somewhere that monitors my life from above, in the secret, in the open, will I be found to be a man of integrity? What about you too? Let's note that we have to learn integrity. We have to improve. It doesn't mean we are perfect, but we must be good all around, and we must keep on improving. That is what integrity entails. And there are benefits of integrity. There are benefits of integrity. It's possible that people will lie against you, those who hate you. However, if you are actually a man of integrity, there will be some people that will stand up for you to say, no, we were not there, but we know this person can never, ever do this. Isn't that encouraging enough? So, pursue integrity. Yes, once again, this is Life and Living with Samson Olatunji. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please do quickly. Press the notification bell so that you may know when we have another topic of importance. You may share this message, and also your comments to help this channel will be appreciated. Thank you once again. Bye for now.